Che foto del...
L'unica cosa che non è.
Non abbiamo neanche.
Okay. Anyway, we have some videos probably of the process, but I think we can talk and speak and show the things. It's better maybe. Let's see.
Sure. Anything you want to do along the way, go right ahead.
Okay. And I don't know, when you are ready, just tell us and we are ready, I think.
Okay.
Definitely. It's 9:58, so we still have, what, 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Where do I hear bells? I hear bells in somebody's background.
Yeah, here in Italy.
Oh, that's so beautiful. How perfect is that?
Where do they come from? Oh, the church bells? I don't hear them. Is it church?
Everywhere here in Italy. Yeah. We get a church here in the studio too.
You have biscuits to go with your wine.
We have only around the studio, we have 1, 2, there is St. Michael, St. Matthew, and another one. 1, 2.
Saint Rocco.
And Saint Rocco. There is something like probably. Yeah. Saint Rocky, Balboa. And very important because of his Italian origins. So
yeah, of course.
And yeah, so 3 churches around us.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Awesome.
Both Johns, if you want, feel free to text me during the show anytime, like we've done before. That helps me a lot.
Okay, so
Will do, Marty.
Also have that chat panel where we can chat directly to each other or to the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I usually use that, but I think Marty prefers to get the text. It kind of alerts him.
Sometimes the chat line goes a little fast. It's hard for me to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Last time I checked, it looked like we had 113 confirmed.
That's registered. We'll get a lot more than that.
Yeah. Now it's 116. All right, so it's 10 o'clock now.
Hey, Nick, are we live? Because we got 38%. This says 39 participants. Are they all in the waiting room?
They're all waiting. So I'm about to hit start.
I'm not seeing Malleus here.
Yeah. What just happened?
I don't know.
They turned their video off, it looks like.
Yeah, one second, I'm closing.
Okay, no problem.
We're live.
We're live. All right, welcome everyone. Good morning here on the West Coast in California, and good evening in Italy and everyone in Europe. I'm Marty Hohn. I'm the president of TRPS, the Rock Poster Society. We are a Bay Area-based nonprofit. If you don't know about us, we're all volunteers. We work with and for the poster artists and the collector community and everyone who loves this thing. And we are really, really stoked to have a little more international flavor this time. We've got John Howard here from Berkeley and the folks from Malleus Art Lab in Italy.
Hi, everybody.
We're really excited to have you guys. You know, you've been to San Francisco a couple of times, but it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
11 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been that long.
Yeah, well, as Malleus, yes, we came in 2008 and 2009. Then we came some other times with our band, Poi and me, with UFO Mammoth.
Right.
And at that time we met John. And so sometimes we are back in the US.
Good. So how are things in Italy? How are you staying busy with the lockdowns? We know you've had it as bad as we have and worse at first.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange. It's more than a year now. No, it's less than almost a year of this strange feeling and strange everything. I mean, we at the moment we are in a sort of demi lockdown, because depending on the region you are, you can do something or you cannot do something. Let's say we can stay in our town. We cannot go out from the town. You have to wear masks when you are outside with and you meet people. We have some rules we have to follow actually, and we try to do our normal life, but it's not at the moment. It's not normal at all. I mean, you cannot go and go wherever you want. It's a really weird period. Luckily, since now we are feeling good, but
Yeah, we are also living in a small town, so everything is a bit more easy for us because we have to just walk to the studio. It's not far, so it's more easy than to live in a big cities for sure. So we are trying to keep as we can.
Yeah. We changed a little the way we worked in the last year, because obviously we were working a lot on gig posters, and there are no more gigs and concerts. So apart from one single poster we did for a show of Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormons in California last December, I think it was, we did nothing else for concerts. So we started in work on different projects, on graphics, on art prints mostly, and but we are lucky that, as Lou said, we live in a small town, so we can easily meet and do things, and we hope these things with vaccines and everything will end very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized I was remiss in introducing you individually. Looking on our left is Lou, and in the center is Poya, and there's Urlu on the right. Poya and Urlu, you are noted musicians as well with your band Ofumamut. Are you playing any music at all right now?
No. For the same reason, we cannot play. I mean, we have to wait until we discover how to move, because everything seems like in a sort of limbo, if it's the same word in English or Italian, I don't know.
Same word.
Yeah, we wait and we see what's happened, and there is something bigger than us, and we feel a little bit overwhelmed by this.
Yeah.
And
yeah, the main problem is that the rehearsal room is in another city, and even if it's 5 kilometers from here, we cannot go to other cities. So it's everything is stopped. So we can do anything. We cannot neither go there and say, okay, I want to play by myself today. No, you can't, because if they stop you, there will be fines and so on. So,
well, is that a good thing for us who love your artwork? Are you spending more time in the studio than together?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I think this weird period was bad for something, but good for other things. Personally, I learned a lot of different ways of doing things, and focus on what's more important and what's not so important. I miss a lot of things, like going to concerts, for example, or meeting with people and stay around without the creepy thing that you have to wear a mask and you look around you like everybody is infected or whatever. It's not good, but at the same time, it's in some way and in different ways, I try and we try to stay closer to our let's call it fan base, to the people that follow us and everything. For example, today, to be here and speak with you, it's great, because it's a way to stay with with people and with friends, and even if we are far and there is this pandemic situation and whatever. So it's cool.
Good. John, hey, how are you up there in the corner?
I'm doing all right. Waking up a little bit. You know, I was curious about one thing. Do you guys all live in walking distance of a separate studio? Is that the way it works?
More or less. I live just here. It's like 1 minute from here.
Okay, nice. Nobody lives in the studio, but you are.
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes from here.
I'm on the other side of the town, actually. I'm not so close, but I'm speaking about a town that is 30,000 of people living in it. Very
Nice.
small, not far. I mean, it should be like 2.5 miles.
Yeah, it would be a crazy time, like 20 minutes for coming here.
Yeah. Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, it's
But sometimes when I take the car for coming here, it's like going to Los Angeles because people are everybody is in the car. So in the line with other cars for
Yeah. That's nice. You can avoid that. I have a similar thing here, just where I have it's kind of European in this immediate area. I have a great vegetable market on this block, and the next block there's a butcher and there's a bakery. So I'm able to do a similar thing and pretty much isolate and do my thing here and not really have to travel to me. Although, like you said, I would love to go to a show, you know, but if you can't do that, it's good that you can operate within your little microcosm effectively. And I agree with you about the idea that for all that's bad in this, it's also forcing people to learn new ways and also to stop what they're doing. I think it's kind of good that the whole world had to stop and kind of see what they're doing in their life and kind of reassess things. Seems like it could be a good thing overall. I don't know if you guys feel that way.
Yeah, it's difficult because it depends on the way you take things. I mean, some people is okay. For me, it's not so changed to the world. I mean, I was used to go and go on tour for a month or 2 months, but then I didn't like to go out every night and party and do these things, you know. So, okay, it's changed, but not so much. For other people, surely it's a drama, especially for the younger people. Probably it's very difficult. I can see my nephew is 18 years old, and I see how sad can be not to meet your friends at that age. But I mean, for us, we are old people, so who cares?
That's funny. I think
Yeah, we got wine, is okay. It's enough.
It's funny. I think of you. I only see you when you're out, which you are the same with me. And so I project that on you a little bit, but obviously I'm the same. I mean, people that do art almost always spend a lot of time on their own working on something. And so, you know, it's a little easier to transpose that onto what we're doing than it is someone that is, you know, very active. But I mean, it does hit a limit too. I mean, you kind of, even though we are like that, I've found that I've had to find ways to stay in contact with people, because even though I'm accustomed to that and flourish in that, I do need that outside contact, which was really easy to just grab at a coffee shop or whatever before. And now you kind of have to put some effort into, well, you guys have got a little co-op there, which probably helps, but yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy to maintain contacts and everything. It's true. I don't see my parents since I went last week, but it's like before Christmas. I don't go to my parents because I can't, because they are far away. So in this way, it's more complicated to keep contacts with family, with parents, with. But yeah, we will survive until everybody are okay with health and everything. It's fine.
Yeah. I just got one gig, a poster gig, which was kind of unusual since there are no events, but I got one for a streaming event. Actually, it's 5 streaming events. The first one was yesterday. It was Earthless, and they recorded these in Mojave Desert in the fall, and they're eking them out one every Saturday for the next few Saturdays. But it's interesting because this is a whole different subject, and maybe we can just touch on it, but you might be interested in it too. But just how posters relate to events versus being something that is kept in the home after the event. And it's interesting on the live event poster, because like on this poster, it's got the bands on it and the location, but no dates. And that's because it's always used to advertise only online, where the dates and all the information are in the text. And so it's, in one way, it's used even more as an advertisement as many posters that are made now. And in another way, it is less an advertisement because the final poster has no dates on it, and it's made to be sold to people who went to the show to put on their wall. So it's just an interesting another step of the evolution of posters being exclusively to advertise events, to they're becoming more of an artifact, to sometimes they can come close to not even having anything to do with advertising the event, only being an artifact. It's just an interest, that whole dynamic is just interesting how it plays out over time and in different people's, you know, careers, I guess.
That's been a 50-year process.
Yeah, yeah. What do you guys think about that? When you make work, like when I make work, I mostly, I don't know, it's a cross, but my coming to posters comes from being a kid with headphones on, listening to music and drawing. So my real experience about the music is not the live situation, but the music. And so I feel like I'm translating the music directly to the fan. And I think that way more than I think of, not maybe more, but at least equally as I think about advertising the show. Do you guys like think of that kind of thing that way, or do you just do the work?
No, I think that if I understood what you are saying, is that the main is not going to the concert, but is the connection between music and our imagination works on that. So this is the main thing. Is not if there is a concert or not. We started as we always say that because for writing a very nice slogan, we are a rock addicted group of people trying to do posters, let's say. But this is the truth. I mean, we mainly are music fans, and as music fans, we decided to start on doing some graphics with our skills, and that's it. So the main thing is the music. Is not if there's a real concert happening or whatever. So we decided also for going through this period to do also what we are doing normally, because when we start in doing a poster, we don't usually we just keep our mind flowing, and we don't use graphic, of course, like every poster artist is doing, but we don't think about the original artwork of the band or the maybe we get inspired by some words in the lyrics, and the final image is totally different from what one is expecting from that band or that artist. So this is it's more let's say a piece of art than an advertisement for a concert. It's always been in this way for us, and when we try to do an advertisement, we are not very good at that.
I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you say that, because I see that in your work and I feel that way too. So
yeah, at the end, I've always noticed that every step in our let's call it career happened by chance. I mean, when we started, Poi and me were playing in a little band in our little town. We started in doing these little posters to put on the wall to advertise the the little gigs around.
Little.
Yeah, everything was little. And we had this quail as a symbol, the little bird, as a symbol of the band. And we did a lot of characters, like I remember Slash or other musicians done as little birds and whatever. And we put these things on the wall and they disappeared. And because people liked them. And these things took us to different steps to meet other people, like record labels in a city near our little town. And they say, oh, you are good in doing these things. Why don't you do it as a job? And we thought, yeah, why not? At the end, it's the only thing we can do. I mean, we studied, we did other things. I should be an architect, for example, but it was so boring. I tried for a couple of years with my father, but it was with Poya, and it was every time we had 5 minutes, we were drawing and designing record covers or whatever. So at one point when we started, we understood we should have done something different that was following what we love to do and what we love, that is music. So we are very lucky because we play music, and our job, let's call it job, but it's not a job for me, is around music, and everything is related to music. So even now that we are closed in our house, in our homes and so on, the good thing is that you can listen to music and draw with music and do what you still love to do every day.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask you what your formal art training is, and where you learned to print, and what influenced you. What your work looks very different than a lot of the American artists. It has almost kind of a traditional feel, very European. Draws a lot from the Art Nouveau of a century ago.
Yeah, we have, as you said, we of course, being in Europe is a natural to develop something despite other things. But we always been in love with the art in general. So our influences are so many, coming from different directions. And the thing that made us change our perspective about our life was this big book, the big book of posters from the American tradition of from the beginning of the, let's say, jazz blues era through till the 80s. And it was a book that some friends in Turin, that they had it, and we spent an afternoon taking pictures of the single images. We were like so touched by the colors, the attitude, and the connection between music and art. So this influence was mixed with our personal tastes. So we love Rick Griffin, and we love Sergio Toppi, that is an Italian illustrator, or Moebius, that is from France. Or we try to get inspiration for whatever we like, and so yeah, we are European, but we with a special eye on everything is happening around, and also Japanese art is an influence for us.
Yeah.
So we have so many different influences. We just try to do our own road, but it's someone said that it's like jumping on the shoulders of giants, you know, and we just are here, and we can see all the landscape of art from these big shoulders someone else had before us. So it's just picking what we like and doing our job in the best way possible. So influences, yeah, there are so many. It's very difficult to exactly.
Yeah, I like that about the poster scene, that it's kind of a microcosm of the art world in a way, because like I see in your guys' work, like in sort of the line work and stuff, I see Durer, like you said, I see, like Mocha.
Yeah.
In the metallic surfaces, I see Klimt, and it's funny how everybody in the scene has that kind of like, Dan McAdam doing the photography, Tuffy doing the stuff that's more like almost a Warhol kind of take on it. And everybody's got their within this small microcosm, it reflects almost the art world, but on a smaller scale, where there's like a fewer of us, but we're just as diverse, really, as the greater art world. And I find that very interesting. And, whereas in the art world, there would be a show of a lot of stuff like Dürer in a show like that, like etchings and stuff. Whereas when we do a show, it's a total cross section of all those influences brought into this one thing that is rock art. And I find that very exciting. Like, you and together, us, we may not feel as much as like comrades if we were in the bigger world. But I feel very much like a comrade with you guys, but our work is very different. The approach is different in some ways. In the basic approach, like you said, is the same, but then,
Yeah. There are so many ways.
Yeah, and I think this is the cool thing. I mean, every one of us has a different interpretation. I've always noticed that sometimes there are periods, especially when we tour with the band, we have poster series for our band, and lots of these posters are of new poster artists. And after some years, I noticed that only the ones that have their own personality are still there doing poster art, while some other disappear. And these ones are usually the ones, like in music, the ones that try to do the same of other artists. And I think that in poster art, today, especially today, there are a lot of names that are doing their own way. And for example, you are one of these, because I think that nobody else does 3D posters, for example. And it's very cool. It's something that the first time I saw your poster, I was thinking, they are out of focus. Oh no, something else. Whoa. So it was cool, and it's still cool. And the same for us. I mean, we try to have and to follow our influences that are more European, and we have this European background that is very strong. I mean, when we discover Rick Griffin or Moscoso or all the, let's call it, the psychedelic school, we reported it to the European 30s with Mucha, Klimt, and this kind of artists, because they did it way before in a different way, but it was something that they transform and make more modern. So this was the cool thing. And so we had this kind of mixing the European style with the American style, and trying to understand how some geniuses like, I don't know, Jack Kirby could influence what we do, or another one we love is Mike Mignola. But we have also Toppi, Pazienza, that are Italian artists that probably outside of Italy they are not so known, and that are great. So I think that the important thing is to follow a path surrounded by this kind of artists and by the people around you, but always trying to do what you want to do without copying or doing the same thing. Otherwise, you'll become a copy of someone else, and it's not the main thing, I think, in life. It's good to say, hey, I did nothing, but I did what I wanted to do. It's more important, in my opinion.
I agree. It's like Poya was saying there a minute ago, as far as like, if you try to do advertising, you don't do it so good because your heart's not in it. I think it applies to this as well. If you end up sort of copying yourself or copying someone else, it doesn't come out as good because it's not coming directly from the music and you and all that. You know, since you mentioned the series, it's a good, I was gonna put up my first giveaway, which is a poster I did for one of your tour series. I was gonna give away the Ufa Mammut I did for Berlin, which is back here.
I know that band. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good band. Actually, I know the band too. So Marty, can we do that? Give that one away? Actually, I think there's a picture of it too, if you want to show it, or you can just show it like that. You can see it too.
Good. You want to give away the Ofu Mammut?
Yeah. It seemed like a good time to throw that in there. We're half an hour in and we haven't been giving
Good.
people.
Let's treat our audience. If you want to win the John's Ofu Mammut poster and you're on Zoom, you can just weigh in with the chat button. We'll pick a winner at random. Text in Berlin.
Cool. Nick, there is a picture of that if you want to throw it up for a second, but it doesn't matter either way. Here come the Berlins. Okay, let's.
Is it showing the correct one?
Yes.
Did it? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let's carry on with our talk. Let's get that going, and then let everyone type in their entries.
Yeah, hang with us. We'll announce a winner in a little while. We can just move on.
Yeah, and we take advantage from this thing because we want to present our new poster that we finished to print a couple of days ago, and we have 2 copies we want to give away. 2 copies doodle we want to give away to the people following this show, and the poster is this one. It's called Selkie.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Dedicated to the mythological figure that is the Selkie, that was this woman transforming into seal, and we did the image was originally done for whiskey. That's why we are drinking wine today, and we are trying to get drunk, and we don't have the whiskey here, probably the bottle. Yeah. And anyway, this is the poster. You can see it better. It's a 10 colors poster. We printed on black paper, lots of metallic inks, and it's been quite a long process to do it, but we are very happy with it. It's a good way to start a new year. So
it doesn't look to have so many colors, but there are 10 colors.
Yeah, we try to do all the same colors.
Actually, 3 colors. All this effort, and it seems like there are 3 colors. But yeah we are.
I'm sure the closer you get, the more you see, right?
Yeah,
exactly. And it's also up on our store, and if you put the I don't remember the
there
code,
is
coupon code or whatever.
Yeah, a promo code for to buy this poster with a 10% of discount. I don't remember the code.
The code was something like mystery or whatever. I don't know.
But I'm sure.
Do we have that to post? Here it is. Discount code Mystery
Yeah.
Tube 2021
Okay.
at the Malleus store.
Yeah,
Thank you, Marty.
discount on please print if you like it.
Good. And you want to give away 2 of these?
Yeah. For the people following the show, and we are gonna doodle the 2 posters we are giving away, and we want to show you also the whiskey. This one is the Selkie bottle. You see, there is the
Nice.
yeah,
Ooh.
and it's very good whiskey too. This is still closed because we keep it as an inventory or whatever. Yeah.
Archive.
Archive. We drank all the other 99 bottles though.
Good. Okay, folks, if you want to win one of the 2 Malleus posters, the beautiful new art print posters, type in Malleus. Oh, and here they come.
Like rain.
They're out of the game.
Those are beautiful. Yeah, you're known for your use of the metallic inks and gold leaf. It's one of the things a lot of us love about that. I'd love to hear about how your printing process has evolved using the metallic inks and the gold leaf and some techniques that you probably didn't have on your early posters.
No, we start to print with vinyls color. So they were very stinky and not so much good to work with because many effects were not possible to, like metallics were too much flat for us. They were not sparkling. It was not so funny to work with vinyl colors. Then we discovered little by little water-based color. And
yeah, because sorry if I interrupt you, because we started in printing thanks to this when I said that everything happened by chance in our career, that was another thing that happened because we wanted to we started doing offset posters for these guys, these our friends in Belgium, Sarah and Benny from Orange Factory. They organized and they are still doing, not in this period, concerts. And we started in doing offset posters for them. Then we met Chuck and Ron in Milano, and we saw their posters, and we were like, wow, we have to do silk screens. And so we were wondering, where can we start? How can we do and whatever? And we met these 2 guys that they were the parents of a friend of us, younger than us, and Age and Rosanna, the names. And they said, oh, we were printing in silkscreen during the 70s. So if you wanna, we can teach you. So they taught us all the techniques, all the things, and we started in printing in their studio. The first posters had this a stamp behind with written printed at AG Studios. That was the studio where we
started and we are.
Yeah, the only problem, like Lou said, were the use of these vinylic vinyls colors that were terrible. But anyway, then we passed to acrylic colors, water-based color, and you can go on. Sorry for the interruption.
Water-based color, and we discover a new world for us because they are much, I mean for us, but they are much more sparkling, like metallics are more thick also, because you can feel the color on the paper. It's totally different. So we little by little try to experiment new way, because it's totally different to work with water-based and with vinyl. So we had to learn again how to print, because water are more faster to dry. So you have to be quick. So it's
and And
it's totally different.
I remember the first poster we printed with water-based color. It was the Perturbazione poster, and it was black. There was a big black mass on the poster, and we printed the first one, and it came out good. And we say, "Wow, it's easy." Then the second one, we had the squeegee stopping at half of the screen like it was glue.
Oh,
And
no.
it was, oops, something is wrong. So we had to understand how to make it work, and because it was totally different from the vinyl colors and whatever. Okay, sorry.
You mentioned meeting Chuck and Ron. That's Ron Donovan and Chuck Sperry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, Chuck, if you're watching.
Yeah, hi Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
We don't know if
He's in France.
France.
That must have been a lot of fun when you came out here and worked with Chuck at the studio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we discover seal screen from them, because we never seen before a poster with this color and with these powerful images. So we get impressed. So we said,
More than impressed.
how it's possible?
Is it real?
How we can do that?
And they have been so nice with us. I mean, we were like, oh damn, this is amazing. And they were, we show you, and it's not difficult. Just take this and that, and it's easy. And you know these effects, and we can do this like this. And they were so
yeah.
nice.
Instead of saying go away, please, you don't know anything, because we were like, oh, yeah.
When was that approximately?
Yeah, the good thing of the seal screen is also the possibility of using different papers. Like for this one, the Spiritual Beggars Clutch poster, we did. It was one of the first we did, and we discovered this red paper, mirrored one. It was very good. This is a sort of Klimt style thing, and printing with the water-based color changed our way of also of composing the artworks, because during the years the research never stopped. We went on searching for the perfect black color for the metallic ones. Then we found them, and the factory closed, so it was a lot of things changed, and we discovered the phosphorescent, the fluorescent colors, everything till the leaves,
we can
the golden leaves. We always try to add something different. There was the period in which we discovered, let's say, the glitter color. For example, for the independent poster, that it was about 2007, 2008. And it changed a lot the way people were looking at us. I mean, the people discover we were using peculiar colors, and this poster, for example, opened a lot of doors, like Fairy Tale 2 with the glitter and whatever. And it happened by chance, because I opened a bottle and it was full of glitter. And no, it's not. But we like to search different ways of printing and doing posters, just not to be bored about doing always the same thing. Like this black keys, it's treated with a iridescent color. Yeah.
And I don't know with vinyls, but it's very hard to get these effects with the vinyls, because they are very thick colors and not easy to layer with other colors. So this is something we discover with water-based color.
And I've seen a poster for 1 second. That is the one we did for Baroness Kailesa. Yeah, this one. This is the poster we did for these two American bands, Baroness and Kailesa, and it's been it became a Grateful Dead poster. We don't know why, but one day we started in see it around with a Grateful Dead inscription inside, and we never
No, it's
find out how it happened, and
It's a deep fake.
yeah. So if you see this poster around, don't buy it. Just buy the Baroness Kailesa one.
Someone took your image and put Grateful Dead on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of Baroness Kailesa, there is a Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Probably some fan base, some people just stole this image and put Grateful Dead.
I don't think there is a screened posters with just an internet image, or at least offset poster. We don't know, but
We hope it's not official Grateful Dead. We hope.
That's beautiful.
Very fine.
So this is a poster for one of our favorite bands, that is Sleep. And when they did the first reunion back in time, and I think it was in UK. Yeah, I think it was 2009. And we used these glitter colors and so on, and it was quite cool for us because we had we are friends with Hal since a lot of time, and we contacted him and we said, oh, we would love to do the poster, and say, oh, okay, cool, I like the idea, and we worked on this one, and it's very important for us. Well, at least for me, it's important. I don't know.
It's one of the. I mean, this band is one of the reasons why we are playing too. I mean, they have had a big influence on our early career, let's say, as musician, if I can say this word for us. But yeah, they've been a great inspiration.
Yeah.
We remember that nobody knew them in Italy, especially at the beginning. And it was 1992, sort of, when they came out. And we were just, when you are young and you pretend to be cool just because you know some unknown band, and you go around with these T-shirts and say, nobody knows this. And these things happened at the time when we were young, but the band has always been very great. It was a great influence for us, and we always loved their music. So it was a big honor for us to have the chance to work for this poster. So it's one of the good thing of doing what we are doing. I mean,
Do you experiment with different inks on different kinds of paper?
Yeah, and this one is the one with the foil, gold foil. And this is, I think, the first time we used gold foil. Yeah. And we wanted to try, because it's super cool. It's a bit slow process, because you have to print in silkscreen, normal poster, and then you have to apply by hand the foil, the gold foil.
Yeah, with a little brush first.
First, you have to put glue all over the part, and then you have to put foil, gold foil over, and with a brush to brush away the extra foil. So it's a bit slow process.
Yeah, and
I remember we take like 2 weeks to make 10 copies.
Yeah, and 3 weeks to clean the studio with a vacuum, because there were foil everywhere. And that was the longest process. Probably.
We throw away billions of dollars of gold.
Yeah.
When you apply the glue to do the foil, do you actually do it with the screen?
No, by hand.
By hand. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's why.
You're not in this for the money, are you?
Not at all. But yeah, no, at the end, the result is very beautiful. So it's, we like it.
Yeah, of course, it depends on the image. So
Yeah.
and that image was perfect for that kind of effect.
Right.
You cannot use it for everything, of course.
Yeah, especially because doing it by hand, it's quite difficult to.
And in my opinion, this is the best one, because we did other two, but this effect was the more relevant, the more
It's,
nice one. We also use the let's say silver one, but this one is better, in my opinion.
yeah, we found it in a small shop here in Italy. They have a lot of different kind of foil, silver, normal gold. This one is called, I don't remember. It's treated by some acid, so the metallic, the gold, which is not gold, it's metallic, is keeping this pattern. It's very beautiful and
Sort of ruined
Yeah.
effect.
It's the abnormal.
yes.
So do you guys get the gold foil that comes on a sheet that you put the gold down and then put the sheet down and peel it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, something
No,
like that.
we-
We put the glue and
Yeah.
then we put the sheet and we take it away with a brush.
Right.
All the not glue it to the paper. Yeah, it's quite a long process, but the result is good.
Yeah, yeah. For such a big image, that must have taken quite a while for each one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's why we did only 10. Oh, she's yeah. I go and take the vacuum because show you. These are the
Yeah.
It's very
It's a
thin.
thin film. Yeah, very thin.
You have to be very careful because it's
It's
flying
It's
everywhere.
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't do it outdoors
yeah.
in a strong wind.
ref. Either.
Very good.
I have one. I have a link also for some special stuff. Nick, if you want to throw that link up, there's a discount on my website for that too. I'd better get that in before it gets much later. You guys going to do a studio tour with the other?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Now?
We
I
can
don't
go.
Looking forward to it whenever it happens. I just didn't want to forget it since it's getting.
Mostrare l'ufficio. We can show you the studio if you want, where we work. Are
Sure.
you ready? So, oops. Let's see. So this is the area where we usually work. You can see there are chips and wine and whatever. And these are the desks where we work and the area where we do the things. There are a few good things like Griffin and Kozik, Cooper, and some of the artwork we like. The coffee machine that is very important. And then we print in this other area. This is the table we use. Non so come. Okay, sorry. This is the table we use for printing. That is a manual one. There's just vacuum for the vacuum, but it's we print everything by hand. We hand pull all our posters. These are the I don't know the name in English. What's
L'essiccatoio.
Oh, okay. The essiccatoio in Italian, and where we put our dryer. Yeah, dryer. And this is our incredible handmade oven where we put our screens. You see, we built it. It's a wooden oven. It's a little dangerous, probably, and this is where we prepare our screens. Everything is handmade by us, and here is where we keep the posters, and here and there. And this, you see, there are posters everywhere. This is where we pack all the posters for shipping. These are the records we do, because we also run a small record label. And I don't know.
And then there is the Vatican.
Vatican.
Yeah, then there is the Vatican.
This is the Vatican. That is
where we clean our screens.
And that's the bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom at the end. But okay. But it's where we clean the screens and we prepare everything. Okay, so this is the studio where we work. Here there are instruments, as you can see, amplifiers, everything. It's quite messy, and there are some paintings. These are big paintings we have done in the years. And this one is, for example, is very cool because it's handmade seal screen, and then there is the golden leaf. As you can see here, the golden leaf, seal screen for the black, and everything else is done by hand. But anyway, let's go back to the... and this is one of the things we love the most. That is this...
Smoking eye.
The smoking eye. It's a very old poster we did, and we found it lately. And I don't know why, but we like it a lot. Okay, back here.
That's awesome. We were first talking about doing Zoom. You were saying that you guys get together in the evening only. Is that the way you usually work, where you get together in the evening?
No,
And then-
usually
No, morning. Well, lately we just meet in the morning, and then in the afternoon we work at home because of the restrictions and so on. But we are always in touch for things. So when we need something, it's do things. And
I live here.
When you're actually doing the art, do you all three sometimes work at once on a single piece?
Let's say that at the beginning, no. I mean, the main drawings are made by him and by me. But we do a sort of brainstorming of the image to create the idea of we have in mind for that particular poster, and then we start in drawing, and then we do a sort of brainstorming on the sketches. But let's say that the first part is just the main drawings are made by one of us. And then we add colors, and then we decide to move things, and we decide to change expression of the face, or let's be careful with this hand because it's not natural, or change this. And let's say we work in this way usually.
yeah.
Yeah, also during the printing process, we change quite a lot the colors little by little, because we never know at the end what will be the final results. So we have to change also. Maybe this color is too bright, this is too dark. So we have to
adapt the, let's say, the image we have in the mind into reality, because when you print, the final result is different from what you see on screen, because we also use, of course, like many nowadays, technology. We don't use only pencils and inks, but we use computers. We use for doing color separations, for trying different color schemes for understanding better if a poster works in this way or in another way. So when you have to face reality, that is the final result of the printed item, of course you have to be careful with the colors because it's different in the real life. I mean, of course. So it's all a matter of adjust the aim in some way.
Right, right. So it sounds like it's a fairly democratic process all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact he always is the right one, and he is bigger, and we always say, okay, it's true. But it's very. No, it is. Yeah, we are quite lucky, and we learned that 3 minds is better than one sometimes because what you can see, the other one can see. So it's good when you don't notice some maybe in the drawing or in the idea or whatever. You arrive in a way, and then there are other 2 ways that can say, in my opinion, we could change this and that, and so things usually can only get better.
Yeah,
Usually.
that's great. It's a unique situation, and I'm a little bit jealous of it. I often like ask sort of just friends to give fresh eyes on something, because when you're working on something fairly intensely and you're drawing it, you lose the first impression from
Yeah.
it. And so I'm jealous of that situation where you have 3 minds working on
If
it
you
all.
want, you can call us when you do something, and we can.
I will. Don't say that, because you will be bothered by me for doing that.
I wanted to mention something that it looks like your discount code on the Malleus site is not working. It's telling people that there's a usage limit that's been reached, so some people are having some trouble with that.
Oh, really? I will check.
We're crashing your website.
Maybe you sold out.
That's good.
Yeah, what you are saying is correct. I mean, I've noticed that sometimes I start to do a sketch, and then I starting in doing some more fine lines and erasing parts, adapting like a sculpture. This is the way I usually draw, but it's not a precise line, but I'm adding lines and then maybe erasing the ones that are not necessary. But usually the first sketch is always more a living thing. And then I put the 2 things together, and I discovered that maybe it's better to go back to something more simple. And sometimes you cannot see it by yourself. You have to discuss with others for their view. Then you can remain on your view, but it's always important to understand and to detach for a moment for what you're on the things you are doing. Like probably working this way can be you can be more quick in understanding if a thing is working or not. But at the same time, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing.
I totally agree with.
It's got to be hard sometimes to work, as a collaboration, and you've been doing it for many years. And do you ever look back on a piece and say, "Oh, that looks very Poya," or "That piece is very Lou," or "That piece maybe that's a little more Urlu"? I mean, when you listen to a Beatles song, you can hear which part is Paul McCartney and which part is John Lennon. You know?
Well, yes, I think so. For some posters, we can see the end of one of us, the idea and whatever. And looking back, it's always like that. For example, if I think at a Black Keys poster in Paris, the one with the key, I think about Lou, because she got this idea that was very cool. And for a lot of posters where I can see Poya ideas behind, and for some of them, especially a lot of Japanese one, because I like the Japanese style and whatever. I can see myself like a Japanese, you know, a geisha. I can see the geisha every day, and no, yeah, I think it's true, and sometimes it's a little bit scaring because we did a poster that was a big business. And when I look at this poster, that was this guy doing his beard with a razor, a woman like razor, and I can see Poya in that poster. I don't know why. And every time I look at the poster, I say, "Oh my God, it's Poya." Okay,
It's like a self-portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's not intentional. Yeah, probably it's very similar. Yeah.
Have you ever started something
be
that
on
you weren't very happy with, and one of the others came in and offered some advice, and it came out great?
Yeah.
yeah.
It happens many times. Yeah, this is very cool. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah. And then we start to fight.
That'll happen.
Are you talking with me?
Yeah, this way. Yeah, but other times I can say that maybe we start a poster, a drawing or whatever in a way, and then at the end it comes out totally different, and we are looking back, we see, sometimes we say, wow, the first one was better, and sometimes we say, no, thanks God we changed it because the first one was horrible,
Yeah,
or whatever.
There's
So
not a rule.
yeah.
Mhm.
Every image has its own story, and of course, John, you know that. I mean, every image has.
Yeah.
It's very plain thing, to say, but yeah, it's nice to that every image has the story behind, and you only know.
Yeah. Well, it takes time to do it. It's a section of your life, and that becomes part of the story.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that-
and we noticed that the poster we like the most are the ones that other people doesn't like that much. Sometimes we are so happy, wow, this poster is great. We are gonna break the world with this poster, and no, the poster. Everybody look at that like, it's so full. No, it's nice. No, never. So strange.
do you guys you've done so many posters together? I just wonder if there's ever a time when you look at a poster that is from some time ago, really don't know how much who put into that it's such a combination that you don't know what part of it you did almost.
No.
No, okay.
If I
I was
understood.
Yeah,
No.
sometimes when I look at my older work, I look at parts of it and I don't remember doing that, and I wonder how I did that sometimes. And I just wonder if, when you look at the past of posters that you've done together, if it kind of merges together and you don't really remember how it happened. I don't know.
John, do you ever go outside to another artist for advice before you print something that you might not be 100% happy with?
Oh, I go to all kinds of people, even people that aren't necessarily artistically inclined, because when you're talking to someone like that, they will say something like, I don't like that. And that just tells you that there's something going on in that area that is distracting from the whole thing.
Oh.
So there's always good information, whether the person is particularly artistic or not.
No. Sorry, we just missed something in translation in our minds. So
Okay, it was kind of an askew question anyway. Just don't worry about it.
because I think when we draw something, more or less we remember the parts we did and remember why we did something. We discovered that after years that how some designs were wrong, and we just we don't understand how it happened that nobody told me that I big. I mean, things like that. And you discover it's like years later. In this way, it's something that I can understand. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some big mistakes that were not visible at the moment, but after years, you understand. This is not so beautiful. Yeah. It's fine. I mean, of course, it's how it works, how the mind works, and how the when you detach from something, you are able to see the world picture in the best way. So vice versa, and vice versa. I mean, there are some designs that at the beginning they were not so satisfactory for you, and then after years you say, well, that was not bad, that was cool. So, but yeah, the main thing is the one that I said to you. It was when you don't understand when you're doing something wrong.
Well, we say- we say
There's
yes.
a couple of our contest winners here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the winner of John's Berlin Ofu Mamut is Stefano Strada. And the two winners for the beautiful Malleus print, Kelly Broom and Alan Harper. So if you are one of those lucky people, you can contact, go to www.trips.org, which is the TRIPS website, and you can ask, go to where, you can ask a question there, give us your info, we will forward it on, and congratulations.
Congratulations. Stefano Strada should be Italian, I guess.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
Could be. I know we have from looking at the chats, we have a lot of people in Europe watching.
Okay. Oh.
We better have. I got up so early. We better have.
Yeah, everybody is in a sort of lockdown here in Europe as well. So
that's why they are
that's
looking.
why they are just
there was nothing else on TV.
hanging around. And, that's
Right.
on the screen of my computer.
Yeah, we have Germany, UK, Italy. Good European representation there.
Scotland.
Good to see.
Scotland.
How do you, when you first started doing posters for bands, gig posters, were there very many other people in Europe doing that kind of thing? Because for those of us here in Northern California, we've grown up with it. We've seen it for a really long time, and I know it wasn't really kind of a European thing, but I think once the silkscreen movement started to happen, maybe it grew a little bit. What do you think?
When we started, there was not even quite paper here in Italy. I mean, I think when we started, we were the only one in Italy.
Yeah, especially in Italy was something totally unknown.
Yeah. Also in Europe, I guess probably there was someone, but
in England, there was,
yeah. And I remember the first times we did a poster for a concert here in Italy. We started with the Italian artists, and the question was always, why are you doing this? Why are you printing this?
And they say, I like it, but why?
Yeah. And also the people were coming to the booth for looking at the posters, and they were, why?
Yeah, because it was not common to see, they were usual to see merchandise, t-shirt, CDs, vinyls, but not posters. So it was a bit strange at the beginning for people to see these things, not different. I mean, different from the imaginary of the band. They were a bit not the same of the merch band. So it was a bit strange. They didn't understood the use of this poster, because it was not for advertising. It was something different, and it was yeah. At the beginning was also nice to start to explain to people, to teach to people that this is something different. It's not for the wall. It's not. It's for some kind of art. So it was.
It was interesting to see the face of the people, especially because they were looking at you like a poor guy. He is crazy. He's believing in something that will never happen. And at the end, it took some years, but then little by little, the thing grew also in Italy and in Europe. And after some years, there were more guys doing posters in Italy too. And today, there are quite a lot of people doing posters all over Europe, and it grew. And I mean, it's good because it started in the 20s, in the 30s with the posters for music here in Europe, were for the opera, like Mucca or things like that, were posters that they were not silkscreen, but they were lithography for the music at the end. Then with the war, the Second World War and everything, it disappeared. There was a lot of posters in Europe for advertising that were very cool, a lot of graphic, and there was a very important poster scene in Poland with posters for movies. It was very cool.
70s,
yeah, 60s and 70s. But then the things changed, and it started in the graphic of the posters started in becoming the faces of the actors, the pictures, not all the pics of the photos and whatever. And so let's say that the poster, the art of the posters here in Europe disappeared. And it started again in the US in the 60s, and little by little it grew again. And if I'm not wrong, it disappeared again, and it came back in the 80s with Kozik, Lindsay Kuhn, and grew again with a lot of artists that came after until today, all over the world, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's very popular.
Do bands ever? A lot of bands make their money from selling merchandise like posters. Do they ever come to you for other things? You know, buttons or puzzles or T-shirt designs or?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, less than the posters.
Yeah,
but,
less.
Yeah.
We started also doing artworks for the cover art for the records, of course.
Right.
Yeah, so we had also this. Let's say we started with that, with always reminding our very first steps in the scene that were for our own band here in our small town, as Ugo told you before. We started doing the artworks for our demo tapes. So we started from that, and so also this part of the art for the music has been a starting point for us at the beginning. We started from that. We did works for a small label here in a town close to ours, and we did a Blue Cheer tribute record, the cover, I mean. And we did this kind of stuff too. We're still doing, but less than the posters. That became let's say the main thing.
Yeah,
we are still doing.
Yeah, apart from book covers, lately we are doing a lot of book covers, and yeah.
That's good. Well, with I mean, in the past year, gig posters just dried up. That's good that you're getting other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of that.
Yeah, we have a lot of projects in mind for this year coming, and fortunately, we are our brain still works, so we can we have
For now.
for now. Yeah, we have thought a lot of projects we are gonna launch little by little this year, and there will be some cool things coming. And apart from the secret line, direct line with John Howard, in which he will call us for suggestions and whatever, we have other plans for for the future. Yeah.
I'll keep you busy.
John, what interesting different things are you working on?
Myself?
It's secret.
Oh yeah. I've got a few things going on. I got an album cover coming up. I'm working on another. I did that project. I guess I put it down, but I did a poster for marijuana distributor, and I'm doing another little gig for them. And it's fun because very much like the gig posters, it's not a kind of art directed thing. I work exactly the way I work with the poster, so that works together very well. And what comes next after those are going to take me probably up close to March. I still have to do the separations on the desert poster, so I'm kind of booked up until probably late February for right now. We'll see what happens after that.
Good. Any plans to come back to the U.S. anytime when all of this is behind us?
Oh yeah. This is could be a very nice thing. We loved to tour the U.S. as Malleus at the beginning in 2008 and 2009. It was amazing, and to be in the place of where the music started in the 60s, and all the, let's say, the rock culture and all the vibes there are in that area of the US. And it was, of course, for us, that we grew up with Easy Rider movie and with the music from the 60s, and from the music that our parents were listening to. And this has been a lot. I mean, it was so nice. It was big. It was beautiful, and we also had the chance to visit the nature of the place you live in.
Yeah.
We were
Amazing.
we fell in love with that, of course. So it would be, of course, it would be more than welcome, the idea of coming back there with the art. And then later, as Ulo told, we have also the chance to tour the US as musicians, and that was another story, and it was amazing as well. I mean, of course, we want to come to US. Of course.
Yeah, we'd love to see it back here again. I don't know when we're going to be able to get to do our get people together again. We're hoping this year. I don't know. It all depends on if they can get these vaccines out. We just don't know.
Yeah, I think it will take a little more time. I hope this year we will be able to move all around Europe, but I think it's quite difficult. So we have to be patient. And
surely for the first half, will be not possible.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, 90% sure about that.
Yeah.
And we'll see for the next.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
I'll take his advice.
As soon as possible. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's difficult for everybody, and and we have to change the colors of the area in which are living now. That for the moment we are in orange area.
Yeah.
Because in Italy we have these distinctions between the regions.
Huh.
We are in an orange region at the moment.
So red,
What
that orange is bad. Is that right?
we cannot go out of town in
Wow,
orange. In yellow, you can go in your region if you want.
I see.
What do you expect from your new president?
Well, I was just going to say, you know, if we're going to talk about the world, we should just take a moment to thank whatever that we are on our fourth day without he who will not be named. You understand? So we're very thankful to have gotten to that point.
We're feeling
yeah.
optimistic but cautious.
Yes. Yes.
I don't be to interfere with political ideas, of course, but in my opinion, I'm for science. I'm a science guy. I mean, so everything else is just
Yeah.
I agree. I think artists mostly are. And I think a lot of it has to do with that we understand the value of mistakes. It's the only way you can learn. And I think you know, anyway, I think that extrapolates into a political view that is a little bit broader than can be.
Yeah.
we
We already see some things getting better, and a lot of us are sleeping better,
Yes.
breathing a little easier, a little more spring in our step. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Things don't change overnight.
No, of course. Yeah. But it seems already better from the outside. So I think that things should.
We hope so. Hope so.
It can only go up, right? It can only get better.
That's right.
You can always. But it's not so good here too.
No.
So.
It's not better.
not now. I mean, when we became white, white region, because they say that when we will be white as a region, we'll be free. I don't know what it means, because orange, red, yellow,
White.
Are people getting vaccinations that you know? Is that starting to happen there?
Yeah, little by little. And they started from the doctors and the old people.
Mm.
And then now there is a problem with the vaccines because the company is not
delivering.
is not able to deliver what they said. So there's a little problem now, but I hope that little by little these vaccines will work.
Yeah, they will be delayed a little.
Mm-hmm.
The plans are a little bit scheduled for later. I don't know.
Yeah, we're having similar problems, but I think we're going to have a lot better organization and getting them out there starting now. I think a lot of that sort of got left behind for quite a while, and I think a lot of people suffered for that, but I think we're turning the corner and we're going to start having a pretty good system to get that done, I hope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. We hope.
We hope so everywhere. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm getting a couple of messages that people are still having trouble with the discount code.
We checked, but it seems everything is okay.
Yeah, probably too many people. Stop people.
No. Mystery Tube 2021 is the.
Yeah.
That's the code.
Yeah, there is only one limit for person. I mean, you can use this coupon only
one time,
but it's.
Okay. Maybe people are trying more than once.
So George, please stop buying this poster several times.
Oh, we should have had him here.
Really,
We know you are.
everyone behave yourselves. John, how's life in Berkeley? Everything good there?
Yeah, I think so. Looking forward to a few rainy days. I've got some work to do, so I got a new little kitty cat cabin buddy, and so we're just holing up and doing our work and having fun.
Good,
Pretty well.
good. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't know.
Maybe there are people asking something.
If there's some question from people, or we can.
Because we can.
I think we got through a lot of it. John, Nick, anything you can let me know if there's anything else people are asking. In the meantime, people have asked if there are any videos of your processes on YouTube or on your website.
Yes, there are.
Process.
If you go,
Everyone loves to watch the printing process.
Yeah,
print-
yeah.
you can
Yes.
find it on our YouTube channel, that is Malleus
Mhm.
You can find there is a printing process about Marty Hohn poster, for example, and then there was for well, if you just go to youtube.com, Malleus
Malleus
Rock Art Lab, you can find our channel, and there are a few printing process videos.
Also of gold leaf.
Yeah, also there is a gold leaf process. Yeah, and then there is other things like music, but whatever.
Someone just asked what's next for Ufa Mamut.
Yes.
Now we are on a hiatus, as we can say. We are last year the drummer left the band, so we are now chilling for a while, taking our time and understanding what to do. But
Luckily, there's been a pandemic.
yeah.
So, oh,
That's your excuse, huh?
yeah,
The
So-
drummer left the band, and there's
Yeah.
been a pandemic. Ah, okay, that's good.
Right. What can I do? Pandemic.
yeah.
So I think people who are having trouble with the code, was the code only for the Selkie poster?
Yes. Yes.
That's why. They're trying to
Okay.
order other things and use the code.
Oh, it's only
Okay.
for this poster.
Only for this poster. Sorry, guys.
People, the discount code is for the new Selkie poster.
Yeah, we didn't get you the correct information. It was incomplete, probably.
Okay.
The discount was just. I'm sorry for that.
I guess everyone assumed.
Have you guys thought about trying to do, maybe you've done it, I don't know, a stream kind of thing, like just the two of you playing, doing a stream thing? Is that something that would even work for you? I think people would be interested in checking it out if you had something like that.
No, not as a UFO Mammoth. I'm doing a lot with my solo project that is called Demon.
Yes.
I'm doing a sort of silly videos showing the gear I use or some songs and things like that. And one of the things I noticed about this pandemic thing is that I'm doing much more things. I have more time for doing a lot of things than before. So I try to keep myself busy with these things. And but I hope we'll start again in doing things together musically. So let's see, as soon as this pandemic time will finish, probably, or maybe we'll do more, and we'll see. Or there will be another one, so we'll never start again. It's a curse.
Well, it's been great to talk to you. Really, really good to see you. And I know it's been weird for all of us since we haven't been able to do our shows or get together or anything. But we hope that changes soon. But we think we're on to kind of a fun thing doing these things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to just
Yeah,
sit
we
and
have
talk. We
good-
never get to do that.
It's the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when we get together, it's, you know, hi, good to see you. How are you?
Yeah.
Bye. And everyone
Yeah.
gets busy, and then the day's over, and everyone's gone.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thanks God there's been a pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to come back, you know, bring more European flavor into this, you are welcome anytime. We're doing these for fun. And we're gonna keep doing this.
We enjoyed a lot, and I hope people following too at a good time. And yeah, for sure, we are here. You know where you can find us in the orange part of Italy. You can find us, and so we can do whenever you want, and for sure.
Good.
And then hope to be able to come back in person. So, but till then, we are here.
Well, thank you to our audience in Europe too. We're so glad to have you come and join us here. We've had Scotland, Netherlands, Belgium.
Thank you.
Just this is a lot of fun and just a great opportunity for us. We all, you know, we love the posters, and it's part of our experience. It's part of our, you know, our fabric. It goes with our music. You know, I don't see one without the other in my life. And I know a lot of us feel that way. And we're so thankful to you for what you do. And everyone out there, thank you. If you are a TRPS member, thank you. If you need to renew, please do so. If you want to become a member of TRPS, and you should, and support what we do, go to www.trps.org. Great membership perks, cool t-shirts, fun stuff, lots of events. We'll keep you informed, and we'll be doing more of these shows. We've got some good ones in the works coming up, and thanks everybody. John Howard, thank you so much again. You're always a champ for coming in and doing this stuff.
Thanks so much, everybody.
You're our regular. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll stay in touch. So long, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much again. Thank John, thank Marty, thank everybody at TRPS, and hope to meet again soon, and maybe for another chat. And we are here, you're there, so we know where we can find each other.
We know we can find each other. Lou, Poya,
Yeah.
Orlu, John, thank you again.
Thank you.
A big
Ciao.
hug.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Have
Big
a good day.
hugs.